Tom. You know, I want to thank the NRA, Tom King, at the New York State Rifle and Pistol, and I'd like to say to my dear friend Tom King, Tom, you told me not to be brief, you told me to be short. I'm 5'6", how much shorter do you want me to get? Well, we're here to let the governor and the nation know that we're not going to back down from our constitutional rights, ever. We're not going to let him get away with ramming down our throats the most corrosive, draconian, liberty-snuffing, job-killing law I've ever seen. This law punishes us, the law-abiding citizen. Law-abiding as in, we've done nothing wrong. Let me ask you some questions. Does the SAFE Act get illegal guns off the street? No! Does the SAFE Act provide better treatment for the mentally ill? No! Will the SAFE Act keep Remington arms here in New York State? No! The governor thinks we're a vocal minority and will go away quietly and go back home and forget. So do the 9 Republican senators who voted for this bill. Well, here's a promise from us I want them all to hear. We're here to stay. They're going away. We're here to stay. They're going away. They're here to stay, and they're going away. We're here to stay, and they're going away. We're here to stay, and they're going away. We're here to stay, and they're going away. This law was so rushed and ill-conceived it makes criminals of our police and felons of our law-abiding citizens. Law-abiding as in, we've done nothing wrong. This bill does nothing to remove illegal guns from criminals, and that's the real problem. This law will destroy the arms industry here in New York, killing another 2,000 jobs upstate. Well, let me tell you something. You guys from Remington, we're here to make sure that you keep your jobs here in New York. The eyes of the nation are watching us in New York for our response to this assault on our Second Amendment rights. This is our moment in history, and we must draw that line in the sand. This is the moment we tell our nation, honoring our Constitution is more important than following any unjust law or self-serving politician, and we'll fight it to the bitter end with our voices, our votes, and our actions. I'll talk to you as a regular citizen for 1 second. It's in our history. Civil disobedience is in our DNA. I refer you to the Boston Tea Party. I refer you to Lexington and Concord, where Paul Revere said the British are coming, but what he was saying is the British are coming to take our weapons. Remember, we wouldn't have any civil rights laws without the civil disobedience that precluded it. So what can we do now? We are fighting this law on many fronts. The NRA and the New York State Rifle and Pistol have filed a lawsuit to overturn this awful law. And we are seeing this right now in the growing list of law enforcement agencies that will refuse to carry out and prosecute this law. 50 counties in our state, out of 62 counties, have resolutions in to oppose the SAFE Act. Now you're here, and now it's okay. We are outraged. What are we going to do now? Here's 3 things that we can do. Number 1, get involved in your town committees. Our democracy and ability to throw these politicians out starts here at the local level through party committees. Number 2, volunteer. Do everything you can to help our candidates who support our cause. And number 3, vote. And bring with you 5 friends of liberty with you. At the end of the day, it's all about getting the vote. Getting out to vote. Just ask Mitt Romney. Okay. Governor Cuomo's law reminds us why Thomas Jefferson stated, and I quote, The strongest reason for people to retain the right to keep and bear arms is, as a last resort, to protect themselves against tyranny in their own government. This law is intolerable, obnoxious, and yes, tyrannical. I come to Albany proudly and voluntarily as a citizen legislator. I'm a veterinarian of 25 years by trade. I leave my wife and 3 young daughters home alone for days at a time to represent my constituents up here, far from home. This law will turn me into a criminal as well, because you can bet that before I leave home to do the people's work, there will be more than 7 rounds in the magazine. God bless New York State. God bless you.